Let me tell you something, my friend. If you train your mind the way millionaires do, your whole life will change. You will stop running away from problems and start solving them. You will stop chasing wealth and start creating it. You will stop waiting for opportunities and start becoming one. Because the real battlefield is not your bank account, not the market, not what people say. The battlefield is your mind. And if you don't take charge of it, someone else will. Most people don't train their minds. They let it wander, react, and shrink. But millionaires? They build their minds like warriors, preparing for battle every day, with precision, patience, and purpose. I used to think money was the answer. I thought, if I just work harder, put in more hours, I'll make it. But then I learned something powerful, and I want to share it with you. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. You don't become a millionaire with just your hands. You do it with your mind. Because everything starts as a thought, a vision, an idea. The phone you hold, the car you drive, the business you admire, all started as a thought in someone's mind. So if you want to change your income, change your thoughts. If you want to change your results, change your beliefs. Because if your mind is poor, your actions will follow, and so will your results. Now, take a moment and ask yourself, how big do you think about yourself? Most people don't fail because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and hit. They're afraid to dream big, afraid to ask for more, afraid to believe they deserve it. Millionaires? They train themselves to think bigger, better, longer term. They don't ask, how can I survive this month? They ask, how can I build a legacy that outlives me? You have to stretch your mind, or you'll stay stuck in the same financial neighborhood. Stretching your mind means believing you can do more, be more, earn more, and give more. Don't get me wrong, this isn't wishful thinking. It's not just affirmations and happy thoughts. It's mental discipline. Doing what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Every millionaire I've met built that bridge with discipline. They didn't wait for motivation. They trained their minds daily. Writing, planning, reviewing, reflecting, working on their attitude, language, and focus. Here's the secret. It's not hard to do, but it's easy not to do. It's easy to skip the book. Easy to avoid the journal. Easy to say, I'll start tomorrow. And that's how people drift into mediocrity and regret. But not you. You've heard this now, and once you hear the truth, you can't go back. Maybe you haven't trained your mind yet. Maybe fear's been in the driver's seat. Maybe doubt's been taking the wheel. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Wake yourself up. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. And today is the day to take back control of your thoughts. Guide your mind like a captain guides a ship. Start with awareness. Catch your negative thoughts. Challenge them. Replace them. Catch your small thinking. Stretch it. Grow it. Because once your mind expands, it never returns to its original size. Remember this. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Because the stronger your mind becomes, the easier everything else gets. Earning becomes easier. Solving problems becomes easier. Leading people becomes easier. Train your mind, and life will obey. Let's go deeper. Next, I'll show you exactly how millionaires condition their thinking. The daily habits, routines, and mental rituals you can start right now. Success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Let me say that again, slowly. A few simple disciplines practiced every day. That, my friend, is the cornerstone of the millionaire mind. It's not about giant leaps. It's about small, consistent steps. Day in and day out. You don't suddenly become wealthy. You become deserving of wealth. What you do every day What you read, focus on, and practice. That matters. The secret is habits, not hype. Discipline, not drama. If you master your habits, you master your mind. And if you master your mind, there's nothing you can't achieve. Let's start with mornings. Millionaires don't wake up by accident. They rise with intention, with structure, with a plan. Either you run the day, or the day runs you. The morning is where it all begins. Not with your phone, not with scrolling or reacting, but with reflection, stillness, clarity. Your morning tells your mind, I'm in charge. I lead, I don't follow. And when you start your day right, your mind follows your lead. Here are 3 habits that transformed my life, and every millionaire I've met practices them. 1. Read. Miss a meal if you have to, but never miss your reading. Feed your mind daily with something that lifts, challenges, and educates you. It doesn't have to be long. Just 10 pages a day can change everything. That's 3,650 pages a year. A whole new mind. 2. Write. Millionaires keep journals, not just notes. They think on paper, plan, process their thoughts. Writing slows your mind, makes it visible, trainable, and controllable. Write your goals. Write your gratitude. Write your progress. Success isn't just out there. It's something you track and reflect on. 3. Reflect. Every day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I grow today? What can I do better tomorrow? Train your mind not with perfection, but with awareness. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one habit. Master it. Then build on that. Remember, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. It's easy to skip the book. Forget the journal. Go to bed without reflection. That's how people miss their future, not in one big moment, but in small daily choices. But here's the beautiful part. You can reverse that. Decide today to build millionaire habits. 1 page, 1 note, 1 reflection at a time. Protect your mind. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Be like a watchman, a sentinel, someone who cares deeply about what gets in. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Not your job, not your car, not your bank account. It's where wealth begins, confidence is born, and success is decided. But your mind is vulnerable to doubt, fear, gossip, and distraction. If you don't stand guard, negativity sneaks in. It doesn't knock. It whispers. It disguises itself as humor, sarcasm, or realism. It says things like, be realistic. People like us can't do that. That's not how the world works. If you're not careful, you'll start repeating it. Start believing it. And when that happens, you limit your life. Not because of facts, but because of input. Think of your mind like a garden. You're either planting seeds of strength, or letting weeds of weakness grow. Weeds don't stay still. They spread. Negativity multiplies. Fear grows. Doubt takes root. Excuses flourish. How do you fight back? By choosing what you allow in. By standing guard. Here's something critical. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Maybe you don't believe it, but it's true. Spend time with pessimists, and you'll start doubting everything. Spend time with complainers, and you'll start blaming everything. Spend time with small thinkers, and you'll think small. But spend time with big dreamers, bold actors, and believers, and you'll rise. Choose your circle. Choose your influence. Choose who has access to your mind. That's not selfish, it's smart. Think in decades. Millionaires don't think about next week. They think about the next 10 years. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You don't microwave a legacy. You build it, day by day. Ask yourself every morning, what can I do today? That will still matter in 10 years. That question changes everything. It makes you think, speak, and work differently. Because you're building legacy, not just results. Small disciplines, repeated consistently, lead to great achievements. This is the principle of compounding. Not just for money, but for mindset, habits, knowledge, and reputation. Think of a tree. You plant a seed. You water and protect it. For a while, nothing seems to happen. Then one day, that little seed becomes a mighty tree. If you keep digging it up to check growth, you'll kill it before it sprouts. Most people do that with their dreams. They stop, doubt, compare, and quit. Because they don't think long term. If you want to think like a millionaire, delete the old programming like, I need it now. If it doesn't work in a week, it's not for me. I tried once, and it didn't work. Install new programming. I'm playing the long game. Slow success is still success. Every day I show up, I win. It's not easy, but it's necessary. The world pushes urgency and quick wins. But your mind must rise above the noise and say, no, I'm building greatness. And greatness takes time. Now, practical advice. Sit down. Turn off the noise. Write your 10-year vision. Where do you want to be? What do you want to become? What do you want to have, create, and give? If your goals don't stretch your imagination, they won't stretch your effort. If they don't pull you forward, you'll stay stuck in neutral. The purpose of a goal isn't just to achieve it. It's to become the person who deserves it. That's why long-term thinking transforms you. Most people don't have a strategy problem. They have a patience problem. They plant seeds and expect fruit the next morning. When it doesn't come, they walk away. But you're different. You're programming your mind to stick with the vision, to believe in the future, to trust the quiet work. Millionaires build empires by doing ordinary things with extraordinary consistency over long periods of time. Short-term thinking produces short-term results. Long-term thinking produces lasting transformation. So ask yourself, how long am I willing to keep going? Because if you think in decades, you'll live with purpose. You'll move with power. You'll build a life that inspires others long after you're gone. Next, we'll talk about the final piece. Taking massive action with laser focus. Because vision without action is just imagination. You've trained your mind. Now it's time to command your body. Success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. People spend their lives chasing promotions, hustling for money, striving for lifestyles. But you don't get rich by pursuit alone. You get rich by preparation, growth, by becoming someone who naturally attracts success. Success isn't luck or magic. It's about building yourself, your habits, mindset, and character. The question isn't, how do I make more money? But, how do I become the person who earns more money? Naturally, consistently, and with integrity. Because the more valuable you become, the more you earn. If you want a millionaire lifestyle, start by developing a millionaire character. People want the rewards, without the roots. But if you get wealth before you're ready, it becomes a curse. That's why so many lottery winners lose everything in 5 years. Their bank account changed, but their mindset didn't. Understand this. If someone hands you $1 million, better become a millionaire quickly, so you can keep it. The goal isn't money. It's becoming the person who knows what to do with it, who can multiply it, steward it, and stay humble and disciplined in the face of it. The journey to wealth is not just financial. It's deeply personal. Who are you becoming? Most ask, what do I do to get wealthy? But the better question is, who must I become to deserve wealth? Become someone who shows up on time every day, reads, learns, and applies knowledge, says no to distractions, and yes to discipline, works hard in silence, and lets results speak, earns trust slowly, day by day. You don't get rich by accident. You grow into it. You earn it by becoming worthy of wealth. You have an external economy, your job, income, and savings. But even more important is your internal economy, your mindset, attitude, vision, and emotional control. Work harder on yourself than your job. and your job will improve. Work harder on your character, and your income will reflect it. When you raise your value, the market rewards you. Not immediately, but inevitably. Let me say this clearly. Your income will never exceed your level of personal development. Your wealth can't grow if you don't grow. If your habits stay small, your life stays small. If your thinking stays limited, your future stays limited. Want to change your results? Change your identity. Want to earn like a millionaire? Start thinking like one. Start working like one. Start investing your time, energy, and resources like one. That's the path. It's not about what you get. It's about what you build, who you become. And here's the amazing part. When you become more valuable, you don't have to chase success. Success comes looking for you.